everyone, welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I am doing a collective reading, but it is going to be for all signs. I wanted to do this for the full moon and lunar eclipse in Virgo, just to kind of see what each sign could be going through or what they need to know in order to deal with this energy that we're going through with the full moon lunar eclipse. At first I was going to do just a collective reading, just, you know, across the board, but I was like, no. And it's very fitting that this energy would be in Virgo. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of tap in and just see what each sign needs to know. So before I get started, I'm going to start with Virgo, since the full moon is in Virgo, and then we're going to go in order through each sign. At the end of each sign, I'm going to pull a affirmations card for each sign, and you know, just to round it out, just to give us each sign, you know, a good affirmation for this energy. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna get started. Again, like I always say, all the cards that I use, it will be in the description box. Timestamps will be in the description box as well. And yeah, all good. So we're gonna start with Virgo, like I said, and just pull some cards. I don't know how many cards I'm gonna pull out from each deck. Oops, well, that came out. All right, so got that. And I've already shuffled these decks, but you know, sometimes I reshuffle too. I just go with the flow, whatever I feel is necessary. And of course, I will show the cards each time, just so you all can see it at home. Feel like this wants to come out. And I have other decks over here that I felt kind of compelled to bring out, but you know, I'm only going to pull from if I feel called to do it. So some signs may get more cards pulled out and as opposed to others. It just depends on what I'm feeling for this, or if I need to get, you know, clarification on a card or something like that. Yeah, this wants to come out. Okay. All right, so this is for Virgo. All right, what do we got here? All right, so the High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Got Marie Laveau, Good Juju. Have High Priestess of Air. It's funny, two High Priestesses comes out. Okay, and we have a Sacral Chakra. Okay, so Virgo. Look at these cards and just kind of get a sense of stuff, everything. Oh, I forgot to record when I started Virgo, but that's okay. I'll just go back and record the time or the timestamps. Okay, so I'm just kind of looking, just getting a sense of these cards here. Okay, Virgo. I feel like a lot of you in this collective of Virgos, you're very into your head. You're very sort of like, you could be contemplating a lot, like next moves, next endeavors, goals you want to accomplish. And it could have a lot to do with creativity as well. So that's, having the sacral chakra card. Also, with Marie Laveau, some of you, maybe a lot of you are, I don't want to say a lot of you because everyone doesn't practice, witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, those types of things. So, but I would say like a small percentage of you guys, some of you may be getting more into your craft. And when I say craft, I mean like your spirituality, witchcraft, all the things, occult type things. Because Marie Laveau, she's a voodoo queen. She has all these like the candles, the things inside of these little glass dome things. There's I believe it's called, I'm not really well versed in voodoo, but I believe this is like a petition written on the floor down here, on the ground rather. So yeah, you all may be getting more in tune with spirituality, and as well as, because the sacral chakra, it is about creativity and sexual energies. So I'm getting like, some of you could be doing smicks, mirror magic, or anything that's sort of creative. And I find it's funny, on both of these cards, they have books out. You can kind of see. Let me put it up a little further. Yeah, they both have books out. And especially with over here, like the High Priestess of Air, like all these things, Queen energy, Priestess energy, like this is someone, and Virgos are very like studious, very meticulous, like very about learning. I get, because of course Virgo is associated with the Hermit card, so there could be a lot of studying going on in this for Virgos at this time. Maybe some of you are maybe you are like, and yeah, getting in tune with your spirituality. But I'm sorry, whenever I pause like that, I'm getting like a lot of things amalgamated in my mind that want to come out. But anyway, and it's kind of hard to process it all at once. Anyway, with the books out, you all, like I said, you're studying your craft, you're honing in on your craft, you're perfecting it. You're getting better at things, because I'm kind of seeing in my mind someone sort of taking time out to like really study, really put things that they have learned into practice. So it could be, okay, some of you, and it don't even have to be on that spirituality tip, like, or witchcraft, hoodoo, voodoo, all those things, which, yeah, it don't have to be on that tip. It could just be you, a lot of you going back to school to learn something, or maybe you're gearing up to because I think the school semester has already started, so it's kind of, and spring break is coming up. So if it's not necessarily school, and sorry if you hear in the background the refrigerator, but anyway, yeah. So even if it's not school for a lot of you, you could still be someone who's like online, taking online courses, right? If you're not affiliated with any type of university, school, or anything like that, you still, this is still a higher learning type thing that I'm getting. It's like you all are sort of honing in on your crafts, your goals, accomplishing goals is very big for a lot of you. Let me just see what else I'm getting. Not to mention also, because this priestess, she has that crescent moon in the middle of her mind. So yeah, the middle of her forehead rather. And to me, that kind of speaks to the third eye chakra. So, you know, you all could be, like I said, a lot of you are in your head, you're in your mind, like you're trying to figure, I see some people trying to figure out what their next moves are. Like this pile, a lot of people in this group are trying to figure out their next steps and what it is they want to be doing. So yeah, so just to kind of wrap this up, because I want to keep going, because we got 12 signs to get through. So like I said, I'm really feeling like people in this group for Virgos you are honing in on your crafts, honing in on your skills, learning new skills. Creativity for you all is taking a front seat as well. And a lot of you are trying to figure out plans on what it is you need to do next. I feel like if that is you, if you are trying to figure out what it is you're trying to do next, then you should probably sit down and try to figure out your plans. Like, get concrete details down on paper, on one of your note apps, if on your phone or whatever, and just kind of go through and break down things step by step, so that it can help you kind of move forward. Because like, if you are sort of, to me, like when we're dealing with energy like lunar eclipses and moon energy, to me that's kind of like energy that's sort of slowing down, right? And sort of into your, like, in your mind, in your head, but it's more so like slow progress. And for Virgos, I really don't get that they are sort of slow when it comes to planning things and doing things. So I feel like in order to not get stuck, you all need to, because Virgos, they're analyzers, so they can have a tendency to sort of overanalyze things. So yeah, making lists and writing out plans in detail will help Virgos for whatever it is they're trying to do. So that's what I'm getting for you all, Virgos. Let's pull a affirmations card for you. These are ones that I've made myself. And like I said in every video, do not come for me for my handwriting, okay? I got to work on my handwriting. I watched that With Love Megan show, and I was just admiring her handwriting, and I was just like, yeah, I have to go get me a calligraphy kit because I need to work on my handwriting. But don't come for me in my handwriting though, in the comment section. Okay, so here we go. All right, so what I have here is learn from your mistakes. Okay, again, that was learn from your mistakes. So yeah, like if you're in your mind, some of you, if you're in your mind about things that you may have like messed up or whatever, or something didn't go quite right for you, and that's why you're inside of your mind, and you're having to sort of take a step back and reflect, because I believe I want to say that we are in a Mercury retrograde, and I believe I think Mercury, I can't remember which sign rules for Virgo, but anyway, I think it's Mercury, but I could be wrong. I'm not really well versed in astrology. I know a couple of things, but not a lot. So yeah. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But if you're inside of your mind because there's a mistake that you made, Virgos, then yeah, that writing your list, replanning things, reflecting on things, a lot of reads, reflect, redo, refocus, all those things like that's something that this group in particular, Virgos, should be really, really focused on, and not kind of staying stuck in your head because you can't make decisions or anything like that. Okay, so that was all, Virgos. I'll move on to Aries. Where's my pen? Okay. So let's see. Aries, I'm gonna say you are, let's see. Aries, let's say you're about 17, 12. Okay. May have to go back and change these. It's probably best that I just do it afterwards. But anyway, the timestamps, it always gets me when I'm actually recording the video. Anyway, okay, so Aries, let's see what the energy of the lunar eclipse is for you all rather. Aries. Ooh. Guess I have to shuffle again because they like keep on going for Aries. Aries, what y'all got going on? Actually, I feel like two of these need to come out for you, Aries. 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 Ooh. Kind of getting Aries. Some of Aries may be kind of annoyed with something or with certain individuals. Let's see what comes out in the cards. When I'm getting annoyance, anger, like frustration. Two for these. Again, like I said in the previous reading for Virgo, I'm just pulling, cards out of each deck. One is my main thing, but if I feel compelled to pull out more for per deck, then I will. I'm just going with what I feel like. Okay. And we're gonna I'm gonna pull out do your affirmations at the end of this reading. Okay. So Aries, you have 6 cards out. And we're going to go through them one by one. But yeah, I'm really getting, before I start, I'm getting, I just feel like somebody's just like, you know, yeah, you'd be like, oh, like, you know, it's kind of frustrated. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, we're going to see what this means. Okay. 9 of Water. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. A love of life. Okay, so that don't really talk about annoyances, but I don't know. Let's see what else comes out. Okay, 4 of Water. Missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. It's kind of funny. A lot of water for Aries. It's interesting. Allah, grief came out. Allah, grief, and it's a freaking crescent moon on this card. And Virgo's reading, I don't know, maybe there's a message in Virgo's reading for you. There was a crescent moon on on one of the cards in that thing reading. Okay, High Priestess of Spirit. High Priestess of Spirit. Okay, this is crazy. The Moon. The Moon. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. And listen. Okay. So, Aries, I can kind of see where the annoyance might be coming from. Yeah. This could have been your energy at first. Wishes coming true, concerns fading away, and a love of life. Something could have happened for my Aries peoples. Something could have happened to where all those things, within all those things, you missed some kind of opportunity. Because this person, and it's funny because they have grief right next to it. This mermaid, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's like they have their hand up against a wall and they have their head down like they're, you know, in grief. So something could have happened that really just knocked you off kilter, right? Something could have happened that just really set you back, and now it's like you're sort of like in recovery. You are, it's like you're like hitting rock bottom and trying to find a way up, basically. So, yeah. And it's, I'm also looking, sheesh, this card and this card, it looks like the woman's head is just down too, like she's in deep contemplation, or just really not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So, High Priestess of Spirit, I'm going to look in the book for this. That is number 7. Just kind of get a better sense of this card here. Let's see. It says, I am Nyx, goddess of night, and you have chosen this symbol to help guide you on this journey to find an answer to your question. Consider that there is an invisible spirit within all living things. All right, so the message here is, know that all things, events, and experiences are woven together like a magical web that can be seen only in the darkest night and not by human eyes. My child, everything that you need to know is part of the divine scheme of things. A meaningful coincidence, a blessed friendship, a lover, and a significant experience are all orchestrated by me to help you become the powerful being you were meant to become. No matter what is in front of you, something important is brewing. You will know the answer to the what soon enough, but I keep secret the why. You may step forward knowing that some things are meant to remain a mystery. Okay, so yeah. Also on this card down here, it says open your eyes to the possibilities, and then you have listen here. Okay, so yeah, this is all about you all. That's why I really think that the Virgo reading definitely there might be something in there for you too. This Aries, a lot of Aries are sort of, it's like you're thinking of like I'm getting that song, thinking of a master plan. I don't know I can't remember who it's by, or whatever. It wasn't necessarily my time, but so yeah, if you know what that is, go check it out. But anyway, you all in this pile, or yeah, Aries are thinking of a master plan. And then it's also like listen, like you need to listen to your intuition, listen to what it is that you're being guided to do. Like listen to whatever it is you believe in, ancestors, God, the divine, whatever you want to call it. I think that a lot of you, and I think, yeah, let me back up. I think where I got the feeling of annoyance and anger from is that there's so many moving parts, but you all need to sort of not get so hung up on what happened in the past and focus on the future, and or not even the future, but focus on the present time right now. Like, I feel like some of you may be trying to move forward, but you cannot do it because you haven't taken care of what it is that went wrong. Like you haven't addressed what went wrong. You're sort of holding on to past energies that you can't see clearly what your next steps are, or what it is you're trying to do. So, and even like with the moon card, it's about things that are hidden. And that's why it says up here, missing an opportunity, or failing to see the opportunities that are in front of you. So yeah, you all definitely need to, or I hate saying need to, like you need to do this. It's a suggestion that you all try to take time to sort of release the energies, or the negative energies that sort of happened in the past, right? Because, and yes, a lot of times things that happen in the past can, impact your future. But at the same time, it's like if you keep holding on to the things that happened in the past, if you don't release them, you don't, say if it's a person that, hurt you, or if it's a person that, or a job, a job like messed you up, and, you ended up being let go from that job or fired from the job, whatever the case may be. Because this is a collective reading in a way, so it can be a multitude of things for multiple people. Whatever the case is, this group, and what's different from Virgo, the Virgo reading, is that this group, the Aries, are sort of holding on to past hurts, past anger, past energies, period. And they need to just let it go, for once and for all. They need to let go of, anything that's holding them back. Because, and this woman on this card, it looked like I've gotten this card several times before, and it just, every time I've seen it, it makes me think of that thinking of a master plan type thing. Because she just really looks like she's contemplating, like she's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, blah 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 blah. She really it's like she really has her thinking cap on, like she really is ready. And I'm also, this is very fitting for Aries because that red hair kind of reminds me of Aries. Just fire, you know, fire sign. But anyway, that's all that I'm getting for Aries. Yeah, I just really feel like, you know, if you guys are going through grief, you know, strife, tower moments, or you just came out of a tower moment, that you all need to let go of that. You need to let go of it because, and I keep saying need to, it's a suggestion, like I said, to let go of what happened, because we have a, you know, we as humans, I'll say, we have a tendency to sort of keep things inside, but also hold on to them, you know. And like, we say, for instance, it's like somebody did something to me, right? Somebody talked to me crazy. Somebody did something that I didn't, you know, I thought was real foul. I act as if it's okay with, you know, if they're okay with me, and I'm still, you know, we're still smiling in each other's faces and, you know, doing all the things and all this other stuff. We're still friends, blah, blah, blah. But I still hold animosity in my heart for that person. You can't move forward, you know, you can't move on if you're still holding on to it. Like, if you say that you forgive someone, then let them be forgiven and let you move on. And even if you don't tell them, you know, that you do forgive them, at least forgive them. Do the forgiveness for yourself, right? Do it for yourself, and that way you're not holding on to that negative energy, because it's all it's going to do is just continue to keep you down, pull you down and keep you down. So yeah, think about that. All right, so Aries, let's see what your affirmation. Whoa. Okay. Let's see what your affirmation is. Come on. Like, these don't want to cooperate today, or tonight rather. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so Aries, you got new love. So I think when you sort of get out of this, that past energy, maybe new love will be on the horizon for you, or it's coming in, and maybe that new love that comes in, it could be helping you to move forward, to progress. And this could be renewal of love, or it could just be, you know, yeah, like a new start in love with a, you know, a partner. If you are someone who is already in a relationship, what have you, you know, this could be a renewed sense of that love, or new love, whatever the case may be. So hey, you know, that's all I have for you. Hopefully it helped, it resonated, and we're going to move on to Gemini. Or no, not Gemini, Taurus. I forgot I did Virgo first. So yeah. Next is, Aries. Did Virgo. Did Aries. We are on Taurus. That sounds so country when I said they're Taurus. Okay. All right, and I'm going to, like I said, I'll make a note of when I start. Taurus. All right, so Taurus, what do we need to know for you? What is the energies for you? Let's see. Taurus. I feel like some of you, I'm sniffling on y'all's all of a sudden. So I'm getting some of you may be dealing with like some kind of sickness or something. Some of you may have a cold or getting over a cold or something like that. Sorry for that sound in the background. It's a truck, car, or something outside. If you can hear it, my apologies. Hopefully they'll go on. They loud engine. I can't stand when it happens. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm getting also getting like a sore throat. So yeah, some of you may and it's funny because Taurus rules over the throat too, like the throat, yeah, shoulders and stuff. Yeah, I'm really getting that. All right, so let's see here. We have renewal, Archangel Jeremiah, renewal. And I'm gonna have to remember to kind of keep this covered. But yeah, you have Katesh, I believe that's how you say that name, Katesh, and that is Sacred Lust. It's a pretty card. Okay. You have conclusion, and trust. Okay, so Taurus. Okay. Okay, so renewal says review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Okay, and sacred lust. And then conclusion and trust. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking that you've completed something, or you reached the end of something. Also getting like there's a sense of like new beginning also, because now that you've sort of concluded with something, now you can move. Now you're in the process of moving forward. Now you're in the process of starting anew, basically. So it could be a number of things that you're starting anew with, especially like with this card. It looks like a family or something, or sibling. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, it looks like a family on the card. There's two, a mom, a dad, and a child. So maybe some Tauruses are starting families. Maybe, someone could have had a new baby. I'm kind of getting that too. New baby has come along. So now, it feels, for you all, it feels like your family is sort of complete, or at least, you feel fulfilled now. And now if other children are to come along, and just adding to your family, basically. And I don't know if some of you are sort of having sort of doubts around this new beginning, or you know, what concluded, because a lot of times when we complete something, when, you know, one aspect of our lives changes, you know, we may feel some kind of like self-doubt around it, where we're like, well, you know, what's next? What do I do next? Or, you know, you get kind of comfortable with what was happening, you know, previously, or, you know, what am I trying to say? It's like you get kind of comfortable in your routine, and once that routine changes, then you're like, oh goodness, you know what? I don't know about this, you know, this new thing. I don't know, you know, what to, you don't know what to expect, basically. It's kind of like having a kind of like a fear of the unknown in that way. Now with sacred lust, I'm getting the sense also that some Tauruses may need to sort of tap into their sensual side. You know, some of you may need to, because I'm getting like a lot of sort of like relationship type stuff. For some Tauruses, with tapping into your sensuality, it could be that some of you need to sort of let a relationship go that you're not fulfilled in. Some of you, because I'm getting satisfaction. I'm hearing that word in my mind, and some of you are not satisfied. Whether it be with how you're being treated in the relationship, whether it be like, you know, pertaining to sensuality, intimacy, those types of things. You could need to maybe speak. You and your partner have a heart-to-heart about things, and sort of see where each other's heads are at when it comes to sensuality. And also on the flip side of that, tapping into your sensuality, it could be just with yourself. You know what I mean? You know, what brings you pleasure? Like, and it don't even have to be on a sexual type tip. You know, it could just be, you know, self-love. It could be treating yourself with kindness, compassion, doing for yourself, taking yourself out on dates, solo dates, pampering yourself, whether it be at home or going to a spa or something. That's what, to me, this sacred lust sort of talks about to me. And I'm looking at the card, right? And it's got two men on the side of this one woman who is sort of the focal point or the center of the picture. And it could be that it's funny what I'm getting. It could be that you have two suitors, and you're kind of trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? And where I'm looking, it could be between a fire sign and an air sign, maybe. I don't know. That's who the Taurus is that I'm talking to as it pertains to this particular card. You could be dealing with two suitors who are sort of vying for you. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah, think about that. So yeah, that's kind of what all I'm getting for Taurus. I think, a lot, the overall message is that you all have sort of come to this conclusion or sort of new reality, new sense of awareness about something, especially when, you know, if it comes to like, you know, expanding families or, you know, new family members coming along already. You're sort of kind of like, you know, well, what do I do next? Or, you know, what is it that I want now that I've accomplished these things in the past, or you know, what have you. So let's pull your affirmation card and see what comes out here. I'm just letting my mind go just to see if anything else kind of stands out. Also, yeah, with the trust card, it also looks like she's kind of moving forward, leaning forward, going forward rather. Yeah, trust that where you're going is where you're meant to go. You shouldn't have any fears around it. And even if you do have any fears regarding your next chapter, because funny, yeah, with the books, it's like the next chapter, what's going, you know, the end, but what's next. So don't fear what's next. Just do it scared. You know, if you are scared, if you are, you know, having doubts about it, don't. Or if you do, work through them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you all's affirmation is, it is safe to put myself first. And that is by Abiola Abrams. And this, the African goddess oracle card deck is actually by her. But this is her quote, and it is safe to put myself first. So yeah, when it comes to doing for yourself, especially when it comes to the sacred lust card here, but I'm not thinking of it as lust. I'm thinking of it as more so sensuality and sort of pleasure. You know, what brings you as an individual or individuals pleasure. You know, what are your passions? What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? What is it that you want to accomplish next? You know what I'm saying? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? All the things. So yeah, think about that. And know that it is okay to be selfish. Know that it is okay to, you know, put yourself first, especially if you have, you know, accomplished something major as well, especially having a child. Like, I commend mothers out there, because I'm definitely not, it's not for me, but I commend mothers. You all go through a lot being pregnant, and then you have to deal with the actual act of childbirth. It's a blessing, and it's miraculous, and it's extraordinary. I can't say more about it, but you definitely deserve to be selfish sometimes, even, you know, especially after bringing life into the world, or, you know, accomplishing something major. So that was all for Taurus. We're gonna keep it moving, and hopefully this resonated. And we're going to go on to Gemini. I don't want to show that card. Hopefully that didn't show. Okay, Taurus. All right, yeah, now we're on Gemini. All right, Gemini. Gemini. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm silly sometimes. Sometimes I'll do little makeup songs and stuff. Anyway, Gemini. What am I getting for Gemini? Sometimes I'll get, you know, little downloads for signs or for certain piles. Just depends. But I try to, you know, sort of really tune into my mind and just see what I'm feeling when it comes to each sign, each pile, you know, before even pulling the cards. Gemini. sort of getting like a heaviness, Gemini, like sadness, or just more so that like you might be, some of you Geminis may be under a lot of pressure. And I feel like this wants to come out too. Yeah, getting a lot of pressure, heaviness for Gemini. Some of you need to ask for help and not try to do everything by yourself. Because there could be like help around you if you just, if only you just ask. Okay. And again, if you hear any weird background noises, that's the kitchen, that's the not microwave, that's the refrigerator. I'm in my living room right now. Okay, like I've said in the other readings or previous readings, sometimes I will pull out multiple cards within the decks if I feel compelled to, but usually for the most part I'm pulling one card out of each deck. But if I feel called to pull more depending on the deck, then I will. So if you're like, well, you pulled, or you pulled more than one in this other reading, but not this. It's just I'm going by what my intuition tells me to do. Okay. So there. Also, if somebody comes for how I shuffle cards, this is how I shuffle. Okay. There's no right way to shuffle cards. I don't know why I felt like that, but somebody gonna be like, why is she shuffling like that? Because I want to. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's how I do things. Perhaps if it's a problem, maybe consider looking at a different video or go somewhere else respectfully. Okay, so Gemini. I don't know why I have to say it like that. Anyway, so you have Seven of Fire. And I'll read what is on the cards as I go through them. You have the Wheel, Archangel Michael. Interesting. Marie Laveau. There may be some messages in the Aries reading for you all, Gemini, because this card came out in Aries. Aries is reading. And High Priestess of Air. This card came out in the Aries reading. Interesting. Okay. And then you have Detach. Okay. All right. So let's go through these. Okay, so with Seven of Fire, it says, defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. And the Wheel, Archangel Michael, it says, a time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, fortune is on your side. All right, so let's tackle these two tarot cards. Okay, so with Seven of Fire and the Wheel, to me, when I mentioned that a lot of Geminis, there's a lot going on because I'm stumbling over my words. Matter of fact, with this, I get a sense of the throat. Yeah. Some of you may need to kind of speak up. And Gemini is a sign of like communication and you know, thoughts and all those things. So it's an air sign. So of course it's very fitting that High Priestess of Air would come out too. So yeah, there's a lot of mental, I want to say mental gymnastics is what's coming to mind going on. You all are in your head too, like in your head a lot. You all need to kind of, or I'm saying you all need to, I hate saying that need to, I'm getting rest. You all need to kind of rest, but you also need to be upfront with things, whatever you're feeling, you know. And where it says choose your battles wisely, to me that goes back to what I was saying, that asking others for help. I feel like this on this card, it looks like this woman is like going into battle on this dragon, you know, but you know, she's alone. And also it kind of looks like over here, like these spears are sort of coming right at her. So I feel like whatever it is you're attempting to do, it would not help, or it would not hurt you all to ask for help, guidance, whatever, you know, instead of trying to do it on your own. Yeah. And I feel like whenever you do this, like whenever you do sort of, you know, ask for that help, you'll get to the wheel. You know what I mean? You'll get to the Wheel of Fortune. You know, that positive change that you're looking for. That sort of end game type feeling, you know, is what you'll get. And I feel like it'll also help you, you know, with your juju, with your magic, you know, whatever it is, whatever, you know, magic you're trying to bring in or accomplish or whatever, or make, you know, this will help you. So don't be afraid to ask for help. That's what I'm getting. Again, with the High Priestess of Air, and even with this detached card, I feel like there needs to be less sort of mental gymnastics for you, less sort of being focused on or set on a set outcome for certain things. You sort of need to detach from sort of, so here's the thing. I know with, you know, we have our wants, we have our desires, and we have, you know, what we want to accomplish, what we want to see happen in our lives. But also we have to realize that sometimes things may not always turn out the way that we want them to turn out. So when we do, you know, sort of I keep getting, yeah, this this group, it's funny that this Geminis will be having issues with communication, but I feel like some of you are. But anyway, because I'm kind of getting tripped up here. Even though, you know, we have our set desires for things, we also have to be aware of how things can you know, how things can turn out. Sometimes it may, the vision that we have for the outcome or ourselves, it could be something that happens, it happens differently, but it turns out to be like the best blessing ever. You know what I mean? Any type of pivot, any type of, you know, obstacle that may drop in front of you or whatever that you need to go around, it can take you to a better place. You know what I mean? It can take you to a better outcome. Like, say, for instance, you know, because Gemini also is, Gemini's tarot card is representative of the lovers. So, you know, say, for instance, you are really smitten, you know, really feeling, that was a rhyme, that rhymed. Bars. Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyway, that's so corny. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm such a dork. But anyway, you could really be like into this person, right? And you know, you put it all out there. Like, I'm you know, I'm feeling you. You know, let's go on a date. Let's do this. Blah blah blah. And then they end up ghosting you, right? So, especially if because it's funny, I'm seeing in my mind like someone really like into another person. They go, you know, you all make plans, and then like the day of, they end up ghosting you. They end up saying, oh, well, I can't make it, or I can't do this. Especially if you already got to the place waiting for them, and then like they don't show up. You know, they don't show up, or later on in the night or whatever, they tell you, oh well, I forgot, or you know, or they say nothing, which is ghosting. But in that, you know, same breath though, you meet someone else, and that person turns out to be the best, you know, the best thing ever. So it could be something like that. So to me, with this detached card, and the High Priestess of Aries, so it's sort of like, you know, don't be so set on the outcome of things, right? Don't be so set on what you like. You should have a clear vision for what you want. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I feel like this. We can plan and we can you know, want and want and want, and we can even go for the things you know, that we want, but at the same time, you know, the universe is going to do its thing. You know what I mean? There's some, you know, sometimes we may have to go through certain lessons that are harsh, that suck, that really, really take us down through there, as we say in the South. But you have to be open to the possibilities, right? You have to be open to saying, okay, well, if this didn't work out, at least I know I can try this again and something better may come of it. Or, you know, I tried to meet this person halfway, or, you know, compromise, try to, you know, meet up with this person. We were supposed to get together. We were supposed to do this, blah, 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 A, B, and C. But, you know, it wasn't that person, but it's this person I met. You know what I'm saying? They turned out to be the love of my life, you know? So think about it that way. Okay. And that's all I'm kind of getting for these cards, for Gemini. I'll pull your affirmation though. Oop. Okay. Yeah, I got it on the right side. All right. What is the affirmation for Geminis? Looks like this. Okay. And it says pay attention. Again, don't be coming for my penmanship, my handwriting. I'm working on it, okay? So yeah, pay attention. So yeah, with pay attention, I just really feel like, yeah, like try to see, even if it's like detaching, I'm really strongly honing in on this, or focusing in on this card for Geminis, because it's like, I think that Geminis, you all could be so in your head that, for one, you don't want to ask for help, but also on the other side of this, you know, with a scenario that I was speaking about, with a meeting of people, or meeting someone, or a certain situation not turning out in the way that you hoped it would, and it's like you were so like attached to this specific outcome that when it didn't turn out the way that you saw it turning out, you get discouraged. And it's like, don't do that. Like, don't get discouraged, you know, just because it doesn't work out in the way that you wanted it to, doesn't mean it's not going to work out in the end, you know. So that's all. So all right, hopefully that helped you all. And we're going on to Cancer. Okay. All right. Cancer, let me take a little drinky drink break. And I'm just drinking my raspberry tea. That's the only drinky drink I got. But some wine would be good right about now. I will say that. But no, this raspberry tea will do me just fine. Okay, so Cancer. What we got for Cancer here? Cancer. Cancer, I got, or I'm hearing in my mind, alone, loneliness. Some of you could be feeling lonely, or like you have to do something alone. You don't want to. I don't know what that's about. Guess we'll see. And like I'm saying, in all of the readings, I may pull, I may pull additional cards out between the 4 decks that I have out right now. I may pull out additional cards. It just depends on, you know, what I'm feeling. If I feel compelled to do so or need to clarify. I feel like 2 of these need to come out for you all. Okay. But yeah. Stomach just felt funny, so maybe you all you're feeling something in your stomach, like stomach issues, tummy issues, and I believe Cancer deals with that too, stomach issues. It's odd, but yeah, my stomach just felt weird for a minute there. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got. Cancer. Okay, Cancer, you have 4 of Earth. 4 of Earth. And you have Tenet. I believe that's how you said it. Pleasure. That's such a beautiful card. Oh my goodness. I love these African Oracle Goddess cards. Or African Goddess Oracle cards. Okay, you have Focus. Then you have fulfillment. Then you have rest and reconsider. Okay. I think it's interesting that I mentioned having some wine. Wine would be good right now, and there's like a goblet, or this the little goblet thing. It's got, looks like it's got red wine in it, or pomegranate wine actually, because that's a pomegranate. But yeah, that's interesting. So I don't know, maybe you all need a drink or want a drink. I don't know. Don't do too much though. Don't do too much. Just, you know, drink responsibly. Okay, so for Four of Earth, it says being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, given to those less fortunate. And I feel like with that card, and I mentioned that, you know, some of you maybe kind of feeling lonely. It's not lost on me though that each individual, oh actually no it's not, because there's two individuals in this card, but for the most part the other cards, they have like one figure, one object in each of the cards. So I feel like you all could be very into yourself. Some of you could be like sort of isolating, but you know, that could be that you all could be sort of you all could be going through something right now, and especially, you know, as pertains to wanting a drink or to drink. I also get, you know, there could be some sadness with Cancers right now, for whatever reason. You could just be in your feelings. But as far as Four of Earth, you know, the fours, the number four rather, it sort of talks about or represents like our stability, home, family, and Cancer represents that home and family, and stability. So, you know, there could be a situation that's dealing with that, or, you know, maybe something could be going on within your homes, you know, changes. Oh goodness, like, you know, maybe perhaps people have left your home, you know, for one reason or another, and now you are alone, and, you know, you're sort of, you know, sort of wanting that old feeling back of a full house. You know, maybe, you know, if you have kids, maybe they're on, you know, spring break, but they are getting ready to go on spring break, and you know, you're kind of feeling away because they're leaving, they're going far away, you know, for spring break. But, you know, of course they will return, but maybe you're sort of like dreading it because you enjoy being around your family, you know. It could be that situation. It could be that, you know, again, family members, you know, that were once there may not be there anymore. Or you could be sort of reminiscing about family members who have, you know, since maybe passed on. So this could be a time where you're really thinking about your family members or friends, or, you know, something like that. But getting more into Four of Earth, yeah, it says being too frivolous or too cautious with money. I for this pile, I don't really get the sense that you all are being too frivolous or too cautious with your money. Per se, I'm more so looking at the second set of that message, which is good business decisions and giving to the less fortunate. So yeah, it could do you some good if, you know, you are feeling like this sense of loneliness and sort of isolated or being isolated. Maybe it would help to, you know, get out of the house get out of your comfort zone, do something that you never done, like, you know, going around and feeding those who are houseless, going around and, you know, volunteering at shelters, or, you know, or helping at-risk youths, or, you know, or just, you know, working with them and you know, mentoring them, helping them, speaking to them. You know, that could be something that could sort of help you to get out of your, you know, because I'm kind of sensing like someone that's like inside their house. They haven't left in days, for whatever reason, and they're sort of like in this cocoon state where they just don't want to break out. But you know, the loneliness that they're feeling is sort of getting to them, starting to get to them, and they sort of need to get out of the house to sort of get out of that that frame of mind, right? So yeah, I'm really I'm focused. You got the focus card. I'm back on this card, which is pleasure and fulfillment. So yeah, I feel like once Cancers, once you sort of get out of that state or frame of mind, you can sort of, you know, focus on things that bring you you know, joy, pleasure, and it doesn't have to be on a you know, a sexual, sensual level or whatever. It can be on just a joy thing, you know, a joy level, a platonic level, you know, and that's what I mean by like getting out and helping others, you know, being of service to others, that can bring you, you know, pleasure, fulfillment, and a sense of, you know, doing the right thing, right? And so rest and can reconsider. Even though this is sort of like going back to that sort of hermit type energy, cocoon energy or whatever, like where you're isolating, I feel like with this is more so connected to this previous energy, or this current energy that you're in, that you need to come out of. It's like, yes, you know, get your rest, but also reconsider, you know, if, you know, continuously isolating and keeping yourself away from people is the best thing. You know, a lot of times when we are going through something, sometimes doing something like moving our bodies, getting up to cook, getting up to, you know, clean up the house, or, you know, like I said, getting out, helping others, a lot of times that will kind of get us out of that sort of shadowy mood, messed up mood, whatever, you know, that funk that we're in, basically. And so yeah, I just feel like with this pile, you know, if you're feeling lonely, do something that, you know, will get you out of that. You know, join a class, join a group, meet up with some friends or new friends, you know, just whatever, you know, makes you feel better, do that. And I know, like I said, especially if you're dealing with depression, you know, things of that nature, it can be, you know, kind of hard sometimes to get moving, but as long as you think of it, it's like doing it one step at a time, right? So, and sorry for the background noise. You know, do one step at a time. Make yourself get up. Go to the restroom, you know, take care of business in there, you know, get yourself together. And then the next step, put on some clothes. And then the next step, go in the kitchen, make you something to eat. Next step, so on and so forth. You know, do something that makes you feel better. Whether, you know, put on some music that'll make you, pep you up, that'll get you, you know, to get up and get ready, you know, and get with it. You know what I mean? Just do something that you know, helps you get to that next level or the next step. Okay, so I'm gonna pull an affirmation card for you all. Okay, so let's see. Cancer, your affirmation is, I love all of me to the best of my ability. Okay, probably can't read that. My chicken scratch don't come for me for my handwriting though. I'm working on it. I may redo these affirmations just so they, you know, look a bit more look better. Anyway, so that was your affirmation. And you know, again, you know, just for Cancers, yeah, try to get out of the house. Try to, you know, move past the feelings that you're feeling. And I'm sorry, I really didn't touch on focus a lot, but I feel like it kind of, what do you call it? It's kind of within the message, just goes along with the message. It's like, you know, not necessarily focusing on, you know, what is sort of bringing you down or what brought you down. You know, have focus your intent on something else that will help you, you know, help you get out of your funk, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, so we're going to move on to Leo. That goes that and that. Okay. Leo. Sorry for my sniffling. My allergies like to act up for some reason when I start doing these readings or talking on video, whatever. Leo. What am I feeling for Leo? Sometimes things will come out. I'll get like little downloads for Leo, or for the different signs, piles. And sometimes I don't, you know. That ear is itching. Somebody may be talking about y'all, Leo. Somebody might have their name or your name in their mouths. They got a lot to say about Leo. Okay, let's see here. Okay, looks like 2 of these want to come out for Leo. And like I was saying in ears itching. Like I was saying for the other signs, sometimes I may pull out different or multiple cards in a deck for each sign. It just depends on what I'm feeling, and I just go with what I'm feeling. So if you see that I pulled more than one card for one sign that I did pull for the other sign, it's not that I'm, you know, it's not any type of favoritism type thing. It's just I'm going by my intuition and what I feel I need to pull out. Okay. Oh, wait. Spirit said pull out another one for this one too. Okay. Guess it's that. Okay. Okay, 2 Okay, goodness. Okay, I guess it's gonna be 2 for each deck for y'all, Leos. Look at y'all. Oh, special. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. What we got here? Okay, I think it's just 1 for this green. Okay, so let's see what we got for Leos. Okay, you got 2 of water, Leos. Nine of air. Okay, you got 7 sisters, creativity. You got Queen Ya Asantewa. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Level up. And you have beauty. You have obedience. And then you have strengthening bonds. Okay, Leo. Leo. So yeah, Leo, I feel like someone is really popping off at the mouth about you all, Leos, and this could have something to do with a relationship that you're in, because with the 2 of water, it mentions a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, a positive resolution of a conflict. And then with the other card, you have 9 of air, and it says expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So Leo, these individuals who have their name or have your name in their mouths, they could be talking about your relationship in a way of where it's like they are, sort of putting their negative self-talk and sort of putting negativity in the air surrounding your relationship. But that's not to say that they can have, any power or any sway over what happens in your relationship unless you let them. Like if you are, aware of the individuals that I'm speaking about, and you're sort of allowing, that negative self-talk or for them to put doubts and fears into your relationship, then yeah, it can, they could have the power to sort of break it apart. But because it's, with the 9 of air, it says expecting the worst, it's self-fulfilling prophecies. So you have to be, you all have to sort of be able to kind of see past, the outside noise and sort of focus on what you feel about the relationship, about, whatever this is, whether it be a romantic relationship, platonic relationship, pertaining to friends, or, a job or whatever, any type of partnership relationships, because we got air out here, and then we also have obedience, and this figure has the sword and the scales. So that's Libra energy, air energy. So, I really feel like, instead of expecting the worst, see the beauty in what you have, what you have going on. See the goodness in it. Or at least see it from your own perspective, right? Don't allow what other people have to say sway you, or impact your decisions when it comes to whatever it is, because you all need, you know what you want, what you need. You don't have to rely, unless you are, specifically seeking someone's advice, about it but even then, at the end of the day, ultimately it's up to you. You know what I mean? Okay, so with creativity and level up, You know, I feel like this also pertains to what I was saying, like, you know, with creativity, it's like also seeing the beauty in it of something, you know, creativity. When I think about creativity, I think about joy. Like, I think about something bringing you like happiness, you know what I mean? So if this, whatever this is, if it's bringing you joy, if it's bringing you, you know, happiness, if it's something that makes you want to create and do new things, whether it's like creating new life or, you know, creating new opportunities for you in this partnership that you're in, you know, lead with that, go with that. Especially, it's also with leveling up, like, you know, this partnership, this, you know, relationship, whatever it may be, you know, it can lead to your level up. It can lead to you being successful in more ways than one. And if you have like naysayers, you know, trying to put fear and doubt in yourself, then, you know, it'll stunt your growth. You know what I mean? It'll stunt you. It'll stop you. So yeah, pay more attention to how you feel versus what other people feel. You know, I'm also getting like maybe some of you may be trying to make the decision to move somewhere. I'm getting moving abroad for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what I'm getting. So, you know, maybe with a level up, you know, in partnerships, this could be like an opportunity. Maybe you got a job overseas or abroad, or yeah, overseas somewhere, and maybe like family is sort of trying to talk you out of it, or you know, sort of, or friends, you know, whatever the case. And it's like, this is something that you really want to do. It would be a step up, a level up for you. And it's like, you know, if you don't take that leap of faith, if you don't, you know, see it through, you may regret it in the end. So yeah, I'm really feeling strongly for Leos that you all need to, you know, really, really trust in yourself more and not expect the worst. Because I can get a sense of someone being in, you know, being in Leo's ear, like, don't do this, blah blah blah. But you know, it could be that they are projecting their fears. If it were happening to them, they wouldn't do it because they are scared for themselves. And they, you know, some people may mean well, but also some people may have ill intent when they try to spark fear in you, you know, because they don't want you to rise any higher than what you are. And it sucks, but that's how a lot of people usually are. So yeah, and with the last card here, strengthening bonds, yeah, I just literally feel like, if, you know, you are moving abroad and it's not necessarily for a job, but for love, you know, and you may have some reservations around it, that's totally fine. That's normal. But with this card is indicating that your bonds will strengthen, you know, so it's not something that you need to worry about, especially if you have all your ducks in a row and you go and, you know, you can be self-sufficient with or without that person, you know what I mean? As long as you know, you can protect yourself, you can sustain yourself, then I see no reason why, you know, you shouldn't go ahead and take that leap of faith. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for these cards. Let's pull a affirmation for you all. Let's see what you got. I feel like I went through Leos really fast, but Leo, I just always get like fast energy for Leo anyway, because y'all are a fire sign, so it's like straight to the point for Leos. Okay, and you all's affirmation is I am healthy. Okay, so to me, yeah, like I get that I am healthy, but also I get that this situation, whatever it is for you, is healthy. Like it's going to be for your betterment. You know, it's going to fulfill you. It's going to, you know, it's going to make you happy. And for some reason, obedience came back out to me, or stood out to me. Yeah, follow your intuition. Like really, really hone in on what it is you believe, your thoughts, your, hone into that, zero in on that. Obey your intuition. Don't obey anyone else's, thoughts and stuff when it comes to that. Okay, so that was Leo. We're going to Libra. All right, Libra. All right, let's see, Libras. What is going on with the Libras here? Okay, y'all don't want to do. Okay, there we go. It's like, come on, cards. Gotta shuffle y'all. Libras. Libras, I get a sense that you all are needing to take a step back from something or someone. You need to rest. You need to focus on self-care. Yeah, I'm getting some Libras maybe like staying up too late, or you're not getting adequate rest or something like that. So I'm getting like someone like being up on their phone all night into the wee hours of the morning, and then like they go to sleep, or they can't go to sleep because they may have to go to work, or whatever else they need to do. They say if you got kids, and let's do this one. And like I'm saying, in all of the readings, I may pull out additional cards in the 4 decks that I have out. It just depends on what I feel compelled to do or feel drawn to do to pull out. So if you see that I pulled out a certain number of cards for this other sign, it doesn't mean that I'm showing favoritism to any other sign. It just means that I felt compelled to pull out additional cards or less cards, whatever. Okay. Looks like that wants to come out too. But yeah, I'm getting the sense of someone like being up on their phone all night into the, morning hours, and then like crashing out in the sense that their bodies crash out rather, and like they can't take it no more. They fall asleep because your body is like, okay, I can't do it no more. I have to get some rest. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for Libras. Okay, and I feel like which one this wants to come out. Okay, Libra. Okay, so Libra, you have the Emperor. Okay, you have 8 of Fire. Let's see if I can. 8 of Fire. Here we go. Okay, you have Allah, Grief. And with the Emperor card and Allah coming out, I believe, it seemed like Allah, Grief came out in the Aries reading, and the Emperor card represents Aries, or the card for Aries, tarot card for Aries is the Emperor. So that like there could be some messages in there for you in Aries reading. We have Mbokumu. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Self-forgiveness. If I'm not, don't hold it against me. Then we have cycles. Okay. And then we have listen. And we have trust. Interesting. Yeah, so you all may need to watch a few, bounce around to a few readings. You know, maybe you should tap or look at your what is it? Not only your sun signs, but also your rising, moon signs, Venus signs, Mars signs, those type of things. You know, look for additional signs basically in multiple readings. Okay. This is gonna be a long video. Hopefully my video don't cut out. If it does, I'll just start back up. But anyway, so first we got the Emperor. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership is what the Emperor represents. And then for Eight of Fire, we have events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. Okay, so let's focus on these two cards right here. Okay. So Libras, I feel like I said, I'm getting people who are like, Libras are kind of hard on themselves, sort of like something is keeping you up at night. I'm not sure, you know, it could be a number of reasons as to why you're you know, things are keeping you up at night. You all could be possibly thinking of a situation, or so it could be several situations where sorry, I'm getting there's a lot going on. Yeah, I get your mind is racing. For one, that's the reason of why you're staying up so late. And you can't go to sleep or can't, you know, get any adequate rest. It's because your mind is going a mile a minute, and, you know, you have so many thoughts that you can't even see straight or think straight. And that in of itself is exhausting, but you still stay up. And that could be like the events moving at a fast pace, mind moving at a fast pace is what I get more so than anything. It's not necessarily, you know, events, but I take that back. It could be like you could be dealing with so much that, you know, it just sort of, and it's like you feel like you can't rest, because if you do, you know, something won't get done, or you know, something will sort of pass you by, or opportunities may pass you by, right? But I get the sense of you doing so much. You keep, you know, you're trying to, it's almost like a sense of you trying to hold on for dear life. But I feel like you, and this could also be like the sort of like grief, feeling grief, because, you know, you're sort of like hard on yourself to the point of like, if I stop, then I'm not, you know, I'm a bad person, right? You know, if I don't do anything, then, you know, I suck, basically. Like you're so hard on yourself, like you don't want to give yourself grace, and that's a big issue. And this could also be like with the soul forgiveness, and I'm curious, or not curious necessarily, but it could, some of you, with the two children on here, with this figure, the woman figure, maybe some of you are, you know, you have kids and you feel like you feel like you're not doing enough. But maybe it would help to ask for help if you can, because I know that, you know, sometimes when, you know, for single mothers, if you're a single mother, sometimes it's just all on you. You know what I mean? You know, you can't really, you know, take a break, you know, from your kids necessarily, you know, especially if you don't have any help. So, but it's also like you have to find time in your schedule for you, though. You know, you can't keep going on and going on and going on and going on and not taking care of yourself, because if you can't take care of you, then who's going to take care of your kids? So, you know, for those Libras who, you know, are in that situation, you know, if you can reach out for help and ask, you know, ask for assistance, ask for help, then do that. You know, if you can't, then, you know, try to find those like quiet hours of the night in the early morning that are just for you, where, you know, you take yourself, you know, a nice long hot shower, bath. Make sure you have the, you know, the baby monitor thing in there if you're dealing with toddlers, or infants, because these kids, they look sort of like infant to like toddler age kind of. So yeah. So I'm only getting that for like a small little subset of Libras. Yeah. And this could also be partly what your grief is about. It's like having to do things alone, like having to, some of you should probably check out Cancer reading, specifically Aries, as well as the Cancer readings. And of course, like your other placements. Yeah. Because, in this card, the woman is pregnant. And then in this card, the woman has the children. So, yeah, I'm really getting a strong sense of, you know, someone needing assistance, someone needing help, someone, you know, upset that they're having to do it alone, you know, and they have so much that they're trying to do to, you know, stay afloat, to take care of these kids, but also take care of themselves. And it's like, it's a never ending race, a never ending game. So yeah, just please try to, you know, give yourself grace, know that you're doing the best that you possibly can, and that, you know, the struggle won't last always, especially with, you know, cycles coming up, cycles card. You know, we go through so many shifts and cycles, you know, events, as it says on this eight of fire card. And with cycles, I'm getting that song. This could be a channel song for Libras. Check out that song by Janelle Monáe called Many Moons. That may be significant for you all, because I'm getting many moons, and this, you know, literally, it's like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And, you know, it's also a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. So, you know, that could be significant for Libras, since the cycles card came out. Yeah, I just get a lot of you Libras are just really being hard on yourself, and, you know, you just really need to give yourself grace. That's what I'm getting. And so the last two cards, these, the black border, these have to do with mental and the mind, you know, this listen and this trust. So yeah, listen to your intuition. Trust that what you're doing is for, you know, you're doing the best that you can. You know, and that's the only thing that you can do. You know, you can't do anything additional or to add to, you know, the situation. All you can do is, you know, your best. And so with that, I'm going to end it here as far as with the cards, unless I get something else before I end for Libras. But I'm going to pull an affirmation card for Libras. Oh. Okay. All right, so for Libras, your affirmation is, I have loving and healthy relationships. I have loving, healthy relationships. Okay, so yeah. With that information, yeah, I get this sense that this pertains solely to how you feel about the job that you're doing of raising children, or it don't even have to be children. It could be a passion project that you have, or a job or whatever that you consider your baby. You know what I mean? It could be that, and you could be feeling like you're not doing enough. But it's these cards, listen and trust. It's like you can trust your leadership. You can trust your ability to move forward and make the right decisions for yourself. Know that you're doing a good job, that you're doing the best that you can, and that if you can reach out to others for help, then do that. But just know that things are although things may be coming at you left and right, just know that you are equipped and you are able to handle it. Okay. All right, so that ends that for Libra. Hopefully it resonated for you all, and we're gonna go on to Scorpio. Gonna keep on trucking. Okay. I got to bring my trash in too. Now that I think about it. That was Libra. Now we're on Scorpio. All right. Almost done. All right, Scorpio. What we got going on for Scorpio? Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I think there's only one for that. And like I was saying in the other reading for the signs, I may pull out additional cards within these 4 decks that I have out right now. I may pull multiple cards or just one singular card for each deck. It just depends on what I'm compelled to do, or what I feel guided to do. Okay, so it's no favoritism or none of that stuff. I'm just going by what I feel called to pull out. But anyway, Scorpios, I feel like you all are like in research mode. You're hyper focused on something, researching, trying to figure out how something works. Could be testing out a theories or new theories, a new way of doing things. I feel like 2 need to come out from this deck. all could be going through like a spiritual awakening, beliefs changing, thoughts changing about certain situation. And I feel like 2 come out here. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's see what you got. Scorpio. Let's see here. Interesting. And you do have awakening. I think I just said spiritual awakening. Okay. You have Nana Buluku seasons. Such a pretty card. Okay. You have meditation. You have fulfillment. This just came out in, I want to say, Cancer's reading. So you may want to go check that out. And I forgot to mention this in all the other readings. I mentioned it in some, but if you, maybe, listen to the readings for all of your placements, like, your rising sign, whichever one you feel called to look at, but, your rising sign, your moon sign, Venus sign, Mars sign, all that stuff. Rebuild. I like that card too. This looks really cool. And then you have move. Okay. So Scorpio. Let's go right ahead and get into this because you got awakening. And I mentioned that you all could be going through that. So I'm really seeing someone like really studying something, or like, again, some of you could be really trying to figure out how something works, and putting theories into practice, researching. Some of you could be doing completing research papers, thesis, your thesis, could be arguing, your thesis, and it could be something that really has sort of shifted, your beliefs, whatever research you've been doing is something that could have really, when you started, your beliefs were one way, but now they're completely different now. So yeah, with awakening, it says, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So yeah, I really get that, no matter what, this is, just because your beliefs change, that doesn't mean that there's something wrong, with you, or, that you need to think of yourself differently, I guess, or be ashamed. Cause I'm kind of getting that this, and I feel like for Scorpios, a lot of things don't necessarily move you in that to me, Scorpios are very, they can be sensitive, but at the same time, because they're water signs, but I feel like Scorpios are very comfortable with being themselves. You know what I mean? They're very comfortable with being themselves, very comfortable with, their way of thinking. And they're very deep thinking individuals. So, but I also get the sense that a few of you, may be sort of having trouble with these new ideals that you may have or carry. You could have really, truly, and sorry for the background noise, there's a car or something going down the street. But anyway, you all may be having issues with these new sets of beliefs or new theories that you put in practice or that you've been studying, because it could be that you had a breakthrough, like a literal breakthrough, and it's like, oh, wow, I didn't see it like that. So now it's like, wow, You know what I mean? Like this is really, it's like you're mind blowing basically. But don't be, afraid of these changes. It was meant to happen. It was bound to happen, because otherwise it it wouldn't have been put in, in front of you. You wouldn't have known this knowledge or learned this knowledge that you know now. So yeah. So with seasons following the awakening, I feel like that to me just sort of, it just sort of brings home the point that you're just in this season, you are experiencing an awakening. You're changing, you're evolving, and it's like you don't have to worry about it. And I'm very focused on the veil that she has over her face. That veil is sort of, being taken off basically. it's like it's you're done. Like you're done in the sense of, okay, wow, this is groundbreaking. This is changing my life basically. So yeah, just hold on to your seats and just roll with it. Just be cool with it. This could be that, but meditation could kind of help you process all that you've sort of learned and adopted, especially if it's something that's very like sort of out of this world knowledge, and you kind of don't know quite how to what to make of it, as far as like, wow, this is really blowing my mind. So yeah, I would say just take some time and to just really sit with things. Try not to let it overwhelm you too much, especially now. And if it is something that's overwhelming you, then I would take a step back from it for a little bit and just try to sort of self-regulate, if that makes any sense. Just try to get better, try to get more grounded, and then you can return to it. Excuse me. Let me drink some. Drink some tea. I've been talking a lot. Okay. And so the last 3 cards here is fulfillment, rebuild, and move. I feel like with this knowledge that you've got, acquired or whatever, adopted, this awakening, it's bringing you a sense of fulfillment, right? It's bringing you, a new sense of purpose, a new sense of joy. And it's like you can now it's like you're rebuilding. And when I see rebuild, it kind of puts me in the mind of the tower card, or the tower moment. It could have really, this awakening could have really shifted things for you to the point of where, you experienced a tower moment, and now you're being called to move on, basically. You're moving to a different state, and that could be, mentally or literally moving states. Whatever you learned, it could make you want to pick up and move, somewhere else. Maybe, you move, like I said, you move to a different state to be closer to, a certain individual. Because on this card, it's funny. This looks like in Wicca, it looks like that I forget what it's called, but it's when a person exchanges, 2 people exchange vows. It's like marriage basically, but it's like it looks like they're doing that. It's hand something. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically like marriage or something. And of course the heart is up there, and on this card, the hands are over the heart here. So yeah, I really feel like sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to my time, because I don't want this to cut out and I'm still talking and don't realize. Just in case I have to stop and then you know, make a new video or pick up where I left off. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I feel like you could be whatever knowledge you've gained is sort of making you want to start anew. You know, you're in with seasons again, like you're this information has made you, you're walking into a new season. So you left the season of where you've learned, you've acquired that knowledge, you've got that knowledge, you've had this spiritual awakening, and now you're moving forward to where you can now move into a place where, you know, you're about to live out your fulfillment, right? Wish fulfillment, if that's a thing. Maybe, you know, you're in that you have gotten to a place where you can now live out your 10 of Cups season. Okay, and that's where I get with this card, especially with those two hands, and that's like the heart hovering above it. I just feel like, you know, this is new. You know, this is a new sense of purpose, and it could be like I said, moving somewhere new, for love, or, you know, to sort of capitalize, if that's, I can't find a better word for that, but just sort of capitalize on this energy that you have now. So yeah, I just feel like you're sort of, you're embarking on a new journey. Basically, you're about to go on a new journey, and you're here for it. So I feel that. Okay. So that's kind of all of what I'm getting for these cards. I don't really see anything else that's standing out to me, but if something else stands out to me while I'm pulling your affirmations card, I will say it. No, I don't want that. Let's see. I feel like I have something else. Excuse me. Okay. So, Scorpios, your affirmation is living your best life. Living your best life. Or you can say, I am living my best life. So, yeah, I feel like with this move card and how it's depicted on here, I feel like you're getting ready to live your best life, basically. Like you've kind of gone through this storm tower moment, like this sort of, you know, and it could have even been like the awakening could have been like that shadow, what do they call it? Like you've done like a lot of shadow work. And so that awakening has sort of helped you sort of get to a place to where now you're more clear than ever, basically. Like you know exactly what you are going after, you know exactly what you want to do, and now, you know, you're about to live your best life. Okay, so that's what I get for you, Scorpio. Hopefully it resonated. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but make sure, but I'm gonna say it again, make sure you check out your other readings. I think I mentioned to go look at Cancers, because that one card came out in the Cancer reading. But yeah, make sure you look at your other major placements. There could be messages in there for you. Okay. All right, what else we got here? Let's see. Got Sagittarius. This is what we got next. Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, almost there. If you are a boss person and you just, you know, you listen to all the readings and you're still with me, thank you. Thank you for tuning in to and going with me to the end. But yeah, so now we are on Sagittarius. Yeah. Okay, Sagittarius. What we got for Sagittarius? Let's see. I'm getting romance. I don't know. I just heard that in my mind, romance. You all could be wanting some romance or some spicy time. I don't know. With your significant other, or, you know, if you're single, you just want some spicy time. I don't know. But some of you, I'm getting like you want to be like loved on. You want to be pampered. You want to be, you know, taken out on a date. You know, wined and dined, basically. That's what I'm getting for the Sagittariuses, as far as downloads are concerned. And also, as I'm pulling out these cards, let me mention this. I have 4 decks out here, and you know, if you, like I said, if you kind of follow along throughout throughout this video and listen to different readings, I may pull out different or multiple cards with it from the decks if I feel called to. So just because I'm pulling out one of each, or for one from each deck, you know, or if I pull out multiple, it's just what I'm feeling called to do. So every single sign may not get the same amount of cards pulled out, if that makes sense. Doesn't mean I'm, you know, I have any sort of favoritism towards any one particular sign. It's just I'm doing what I feel called to do, or pulling out what I feel called to pull out. If that makes sense. But yeah, I am really getting that Sagittarius wants to be wined and dined, wants some spicy time with a significant other, or just in general. And I feel like, where is that card? Don't go back in. Hold up. Come out. Come out. Okay. It went back in. Let me see. Let me see if it'll come back. Okay. There we go. If you don't. No. Come out. Goodness. Didn't want to come out there. Is there more than one from here? I feel like it is, but I'm not sure. Let's see what Spirit says. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing vacation, and Sagittarius is are definitely all about that travel. Y'all rule travel, especially long distance travel. What is this? I hate when stuff is on my little specks of stuff. It gets on my nerves. Anyway. Yeah, vacations. A vacation. You just want to, y'all just want to relax. Y'all just want to relax. Y'all need leisure time. Y'all want to have fun. That's what I'm getting for Sagittarius. Alright, and excuse me. Also, I'm kind of getting a headache too. Some of you may be, excuse me, some of you may be dealing with a headache. I don't know. Right now. Okay. All right. Sagittarius. I see what you got. Let's see. You have release, and this is Archangel Azrael. Release. Okay, you have Yasiki, live out loud. And you have Long Bubby Susie, shame. Shame. You have success, and it says congratulations right there. You have the crown chakra. you have well-deserved reward. Okay, Sagittarius. I love these cards for you all, rather. Okay, so first things first, let's go with release. Archangel Azrael. So yeah, this is the end of a phase or a situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So yeah, I feel like Sagittarius is you all could really, you all are in need of a break, or a break. You need leisure time. You want to have fun, which is, to me, is that Yasiki is like, they look to be sort of having a celebration of some sort, and they're dancing around her. She has these I forget what these are called, but she has them in her hand, kind of raised. And so it just kind of puts me in the mind of some kind of celebration of some sort. And it could be like, a celebration after some kind of battle or some kind of something of some sort. So yeah, you could have like really been going through it, or you could have really gone through like I'm getting this congratulations. So maybe some people, I'm getting two things. Someone could be gearing up for like graduation, and they're getting their what do you call that thing? I can't believe I'm forgetting words. Degree. You're getting your degree or some kind of certificate. What if it's not necessarily graduating from college? It could just be you graduating from some type of program, and you've secured that, or you could have you have like a contract or an account at your job that you've been wanting to get, and been working hard on. You got that. And then I'm also getting, for it could be just a small number of Sagittariuses, maybe you have been had your divorce finalized, and now you are ready to move on, and with this well-deserved reward, it could be that you've got, like I said, you got the diploma or the degree, you got the contract, you got the account, you've gotten the all of what you wanted in the divorce proceedings, or whatever. So yeah. With shame though, I'm just kind of tuning into this card because perhaps the situations that you're sort of moving past or whatever, and you're moving on from, while you were in the thick of it, like dealing with the, schoolwork and with, the divorce, and, working night and day to get this account, this contract, solidified. You could have felt with the shame, and I don't know if I need to be covering this. It's nothing is showing, but I don't want YouTube to whatever. But anyway, yeah, so I'll just do that. But yeah, with this shame card, I'm getting more so like having, like, doubting yourself more so than anything. Not necessarily, I don't know where it went. But anyway, I was trying to scratch my ear because it's shame. But anyway, it could have been like, having like this sort of doubt that things will work out in your favor. That's what I'm getting when it comes to shame. But you know, this card proves, or you know, the end result did work out in your favor, and you got what you deserve. You know, you got the well-deserved reward. So yeah, you know, I feel like, you know, you may have had those reservations that things will work out for you, and that doubt, but it actually did. So, you know, you can't, you can sort of rest easy, like you're radiating, and like this person is literally radiating right here with the sun behind them. So yeah, now with the crown chakra card, I just feel like this is sort of with the crown chakra and what it represents. I feel like it's like the divine was on your side, like that, and it still is on your side. And it's like now you're sort of like, you're here, and even with this live out loud card, like now you are, you know, in the fun, like you're in the fun, like you want to have fun, like you know, you've gotten that burden, or those burdens, plural, off of your back, and now you can rest easy. Now you just want to go have a ball, like you just want to relax, you just want to do whatever it is that you want to do, you know, after working so hard, after going through so much trouble and strife. You know, it could have, you know, especially if it's like something with, you know, with divorce, it could have been like, you know, a lot of back and forth, a lot of you know, playing dirty. I'm getting someone playing dirty, but you know, the judge sort of seeing through that, and it's like, yeah, no, you know, no. So yeah, now this is where you are. You're at peace. This card to me sort of says I'm at peace. And even though this card, it says shame, this woman, she doesn't really look, I mean, she's kind of like holding herself, but she also looks in a calm state to me also too. You know what I mean? She's sort of like sitting, just sitting there by herself, and just sort of, it looks like she's in really deep thought to me. So, you know, that is also like, I'm not really getting shame from this card. I'm getting someone who's really into themselves, who's really just in a calm state. So yeah, it's like you ready, but now here, Sagittarius, you ready to go just do your thing. You ready to be outside. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with the cards for Sagittarius here. Let's pull out an affirmation for you. I don't know, I haven't pulled out an additional affirmation for any of the other readings. I don't think, I can't remember necessarily, but that's what it is. Okay, and I believe this affirmation came out for a different sign too. I can't remember which one, but yeah. But it says, I love all of me to the best of my ability. Again, that was, I love all of me to the best of my ability. And that is kind of what, you know, like with this deep contemplation on this card, this really fits. I feel like, you know, love yourself. You are in the mood to, you know, some of y'all want some spicy time. I will say that you want spicy time on your little, you know, on your vacation and all that stuff that you want to go on. But this could also be just, you know, love it on yourself. You know, it don't have to be, especially if you just, you know, newly divorced or whatever, you know, or newly getting out of a relationship. Shoot, it's all about self-love and doing what you want to do now, and you know, taking yourself on a nice getaway. So that's all for that, Sagittarius. Hopefully that resonated. I can't remember if I mentioned it in this section, but if I didn't, I'm going to mention it again just to be on the safe side. Look at your other major placements of your birth chart. There could be messages in there for you. Okay, so see you next time, Sagittarius. All right. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? That rhymes too. What's going on with Capricorn? And Capricorn, I mentioned in the other signs readings that I have 4 decks out that I felt drawn to pull from for this message or for this reading. If you see that I pull out multiple cards for decks, it just depends on what I feel drawn to. So some signs may have gotten more cards pulled out from each deck than others. It just depends on how I feel or what I feel called to pull out. You know what I mean? So it's not like a favoritism thing. It's not any, no weirdness. It's just I felt drawn to pull out multiple cards for a certain deck or no additional cards. It just depends. All right, so Capricorn, what am I feeling for you all? I like that. Needs 2. Oh, shoot. She got 3 cards, actually. I didn't realize. I'm going to keep that, though. There's a reason why it happened like that. Anyway, Capricorns. I feel like you all want to eat some good food for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting that, but you all are wanting to kind of like Sagittarius, being wined and dined. You want, I'm getting that you all want to experience something new, whether you are solo or with a significant other. You're wanting to, you want something lavish. Like you want, y'all want luxury. Y'all want some good food. That's what but I'm it's more so focus on good food. Some of you could have Taurus in your chart. And maybe you should go look at Taurus's reading. Could be a message in there for you because Taurus is all about like good food and stuff. And Taurus is also that Venus energy. It's ruled by Venus, so Venus is all about beauty, luxury, and finer things in life, that type of thing. And that's what I'm kind of getting for Capricorns. Okay. So let's see. Okay, you have the Magician, Archangel Raziel. And I had to take a breath just there. My head is hurting a little bit. So some of you maybe, you may need to take a deep breath and just kind of chill a little bit. You all could be doing a lot and need to chill out a little bit, which could be, your way of doing it is, wanting that sort of ease, having a good meal, with friends or with a significant other. That could be your way of chilling out. So yeah, definitely do that for yourself if you can, or if you can't go out dining somewhere, that's not really in the cards for you, or that's not your thing, then consider making a meal at home, a nice big meal, that leaves you with leftovers, so you can indulge even more. Okay. Yeah, you have Marie Laveau, good juju. Again, this card keeps coming out. I'm not, it's interesting. So yeah, definitely go check out, different placements. I believe I know for certain this came out in Aries reading. I can't remember which other signs it came out in. So yeah, definitely check out your placements and you may find it there. Okay, you have Deceit and Neferet. I believe that's the name of there. But that's Deceit. Don't they? I hope ain't nobody deceiving y'all or trying to. They ain't gonna get past Capricorn though. Because Capricorn be on their business. They be on the grind. And they can spot a shiesty person a mile away. Then you have Grove here. And you have Strength. Okay, and then we have Share the Love. Okay. All right, so Capricorns. Yeah, the Magician. So starting with the Magician. It's funny that it would align. It would be next to Marie Laveau, Good Juju. So I have a feeling that for a lot of you Capricorns, because Capricorns, that kind of like Virgo, they are very hardworking, very about their business. And I just feel like with you all, the magician can turn, nothing into something. You all, and also with this good juju, whatever you have your hands on, whatever you've been working on, it's bound to be successful. It's bound to, pay off, if that makes sense. And so, you can sort of, if you have been sort of being hard on yourself to the point of where, you work, because Capricorns can be workaholics. You can sort of take time to step back, take a breath, and treat yourself. I'm getting at, that have you ever, I don't know if anyone has watched that show, Parks and Recreation, and the Aziz Ansari, his character on there, as well as the other, and I'm failing to remember her name right now, her real name in real life, but the African American lady, both the two of them, they would do it every year or whatever, but it's the treat yourself day or whatever. I don't know why that came up, and that could be a show that you like, or something that you should watch, because it's a very good show. I love that show, Parks and Recreation. But anyway, yeah, you treat yourself, because like you Capricorns are some of the most hardworking people out there, next to Virgo. And I just really feel like, you're wanting to, because on here it says life is magical. So yeah, you're wanting to have a magical experience is what I'm getting. You're wanting to have that ease, have that luxuries, and you have the resources to do it. It says you have the resources or the ability to manifest them. So yeah, you have it at your disposal. So, you don't have to necessarily be like, afraid to invest in, those magical experiences you have, whether it's, like I said, going out, dining, sharing a meal, or, this could even be, as far as like booking a trip somewhere. You could be the type that, because Capricorns are kind of, to me, they give off someone who's like very cautious, is what I find with Capricorns. They're very cautious and very, careful about how they invest things and how they spend their money. But I feel like, but usually Capricorns, they build a nest egg, they keep, things on hand for a rainy day. So it's like you can sort of, you're in a position to where you can, splurge a little bit. So don't be afraid of that. Yeah. With Deceit and Grove, for others of you, other Capricorns, you could be dealing with, someone who is literally deceiving you or trying to deceive you. I'm getting also someone, be careful. I got, in my mind, I heard break in. So be careful with that. It could be like with your car or even with your home, your office. I don't know. Be careful with that. Make sure, you lock up. Make sure you double check that you locked your cars, rolled up your windows on your car. Lock double, all the windows are shut, locked, doors are locked, all the things. But this lady on here, she just kind of she makes me feel uneasy. So yeah, just be mindful, be careful of someone, trying to take from you. That's what I'm getting, like someone trying to take from you. Steal your ideas, steal your belongings. Just be careful with that. With Grove. I just feel like, to me, these two kind of go with each other. And even though this looks like that's a cat on just kind of sitting by itself. Because I get the feeling that, you would be present when this, break in or, something, would happen. And you're kind of like, I get the sense of you not being necessarily aware or you don't see it coming. But even though cats to me kind of represent intuition and boundaries and all those things, I think this is sort of like a call for you, even though you are alone. You can't protect yourself. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But I feel like you need to just kind of make sure that you're aware that someone could be not so nice, or somebody around you. It could be a woman, a female person who has ill intent for you, who wants to steal your ideas, steal your joy in some sort of capacity, or steal your belongings, like I said. So just be careful with that. Just be mindful of, shysty people around you. Okay. And sorry for that, if that was very loud. My nose is just, I don't know, for some reason, whenever I get ready to read, my nose wants to get stuffy and wants to run in all the things. Okay, strength. Yeah. I'm simply just, with this card, I'm getting that, you have the strength to sort of, fight off an intruder if they come into your home, or, protect yourself from people trying to steal your ideas, steal your, your money, your belongings, things of that nature. You have the strength card there for a reason. Trusting your abilities. Don't be afraid. I don't really get the sense Capricorns are not really, to me, afraid people. They're sort of kind of like I was saying with in the Scorpio reading. I got something about them, being strong people. Not to say that they don't, you don't ever get scared or you don't ever get worried, but I just feel like, Capricorns to me just are very like, stern and very capable of, protecting themselves, if that makes sense. Okay, and then the last card we have here is Share the Love. I think this really goes back to, because I'm looking and it looks like it is two individuals multiple times on this card. I really just feel like what I was saying, like, taking a trip, taking, having that fine dining experience, the magical experience that some of you are wanting. I feel like, this is a time of, sort of coming together and, taking a break and just, relaxing, having leisure time, coming together and just doing something with your loved ones, whether it be, just your significant other, by yourself, or, with family. This is the time to come together, share love, share, stories, good times, all that jazz. So that's all I'm getting for Capricorn. And with this, I'm going to pull your affirmation card. Also, like I said, I keep just kind of putting in my mind to remind myself to say this more than once. But if you make sure you check your other placements, major placements of your chart. There could be messages in there for you. Okay, Capricorn. I almost called y'all Scorpio, so yeah, you definitely should probably check out Scorpio just in case. There's a message in there for you. But Capricorn, it says, or your information is, I am my most valuable commodity. I am my most valuable commodity. And again, don't come. I've said this before. Don't come from my handwriting. I know it's horrible. I'm gonna work on it. Okay. But yeah, I am my most valuable commodity, and I felt the need to say that 3 times. Yeah, I think some of you in here should practice more self-care, practice more focusing on yourself. I feel like you could be someone that does a lot for everyone else, but when it comes time for you, you make up all the excuses in the world to, whether it be work, whether it be, family, kids, etc., etc. Add in, fill in the blank of whatever it is for you. But you need to make time for yourself and make time for your significant other, your family. But don't forget yourself, though, in all of that. Make sure you are remembering yourself and remembering to do things for yourself. So that was all for you, Capricorn. Hopefully it resonated, and see you next time. All right, we are on Aquarius. Let me take a little sippy sip of my tea. All right, and Aquarius. I've been mentioning this all throughout this video for the different signs. If you see that I pull out multiple cards and, with the decks that I'm using for one particular sign, it doesn't mean that I favor them any more than the other signs. It's just that I felt compelled to pull out multiple cards for a specific deck. Some signs may get more than one card in that specific deck, or others may not. They may just get one deck, one card out of each, or by however it goes. I'm just going with what I feel I'm called to do for that particular sign. All right. Sorry if that's kind of loud in y'all's ear. I don't know why my nose likes to get stuffy or runny whenever I start to read cards. I don't know why it does that. Okay, Aquarius, what we got going on for you? What's going on with you? Oh, and also make sure you pay attention to, listen to, check out your other major placements of your birth chart, whatever sign corresponds to those placements. There could be messages in there for you too. Aquarius, what do I have going on for Aquarius? What do I feel? What I'm seeing? I heard hospital, Aquarius. I don't know why. I'm seeing a hospital in my mind, and the word hospital. So I don't know if some of you are getting over a hospital stay, or maybe a loved one has been in the hospital and maybe they're getting out, and maybe you're, sort of, kind of breathing a sigh of relief over that. Getting hospital. Also getting a gym. Some of you may be in the gym or want to start going to the gym. Maybe you want to start a new health plan as far as getting in shape, or eating differently. Also here in number 3, which I'm going to pull out. I feel like in these green cards, 3 messages want to come out from here, so I'm going to go with that. Also, I don't know if on the back of here, it looks like it's 303, so 303 could be significant for you, those numbers. Also seeing in my mind butterflies. Y'all could be going through some kind of transformation of some sort. Some kind of changes. Okay. So 2 of water. You got 2 of water. Sorry about that. You have the Tenant, pleasure. I swear these cards came out in a different reading. I just can't remember which one. So you definitely have to, read, look at your other placements. Just see if these cards, came out in those readings. You have rigid. Okay, you have dreams coming true. Take the lead. And that has a 3 on it. Oh, and this is 30 on here too. So yeah, 3s. The number 3s are very significant for you. Aquarius. And you have choose your battles. Okay, so let's look at these cards. It's a lot of purple and indigo with these cards. So, I'm getting divine intervention. So I'm thinking about the crown chakra, and it's like divine alignment. The divine coming in, helping, assisting. Your higher mind. You could be a lot could be going on with your subconscious, your mind. A lot going on with connections and your connections. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the 2 of water. This is, or it says, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. That's interesting because it says choose your battles down here. Yeah, so there could have been, you all have maybe have dealt with some kind of situation or issue, or conflict, rather, fight. Could be why hospital came up, you know, maybe this conflict or fight, you know, got landed someone in the hospital by chance. But even though that happened, you know, the person was able, you know, they were able to tend to the person, or you, you know, take it as it resonates, however it, you know, happens for you. And the end result of the conflict was that even though, you know, it was some harsh times with it, you still came out on top. But, you know, it's like you kind of have to be mindful of your part, the part that you play in battles and in certain situations. You can't, I think sometimes, especially when it deals with conflict, yes, you need to, you know, stand up for yourself and protect yourself. Because I'm looking, you know, these three big figures sort of staring down at this person down here, and it's like 3-on-1, you know. You know, I think that you have to be a person that sort of sometimes you need to learn how to walk away from certain things if you can. You know, if you can. I know I realize that sometimes you can't always walk away. Sometimes you do have to defend yourself, but a lot of times you can defend yourself without it resulting to violence. Sometimes you do have to use violence. You know, it just depends. But yeah, you know, at least. But I have a feeling that whatever this conflict, whatever this fight was, it was a positive outcome came from it. Okay. So then next we have tenet, pleasure. I'm getting like victory is mine. I don't know why I heard that, but you know, yeah, I think with this conflict, with this fight, you were victorious in it, and so, you know, it's kind of like it's like, yeah, but it's, again, like I said, you know, just kind of be mindful of how you react to things is what I'm getting. Even though, you know, it was a pleasurable outcome, it was a favorable outcome. You have to, you know when to walk away from things, know when to sort of let things rest, if you know what I mean. You know, of course, protect yourself at all times. You know, sometimes you don't have a choice. Sometimes you have to protect yourself, but also be smart about things. Okay, so rigid and this bird up here. I just really get the sense with this card, rigid. Yeah, some of you could just really be like, I'm only getting a few of you though. Only a few Aquariuses who may be sort of in sort of a negative headspace. You're kind of on this, because with this singular bird here, by its lonesome, kind of, you're kind of like out of the way. You're kind of like, I'm getting the sense of someone not really wanting to F with people. You know what I mean? Like, they are just not in the mood for people. And you're sort of in that state, you know, state of isolation, state of sort of being to themselves. I also get, with these two cards here, you could have had a falling out with friends. Also, that could have been like what led to like an argument, a fight, a conflict. So yeah, you know, you could be, you could have been like at that point where you're just kind of like, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling people. So you're kind of like to yourself, which is fine. Sometimes, we need to take that step back. We need to kind of be to ourselves, but just don't get stuck there, if that makes sense. Okay. Dreams coming true, take the lead. And so with choose your battles, I think that's sort of, that could go like with the rigid card and to a water. But so I really kind of focus on this dreams coming true and take the lead. So yeah, I feel like with the outcome of this whole situation, however it resonates or showed up for you, you're victorious. So your dream came true, or you're the favorable outcome that you wanted from this situation, it came true. So maybe it's the fact that even though you all maybe if you did have a falling out with your friends or a loved one or however, what have you, you all could be like sort of in a better place now, because with this, the galaxy sort of in the person, these hands, to me, it just kind of like, it sort of just kind of speaks to me as like harmony, balance being restored to a situation, to an individual, what have you. You all are in a better space. So, maybe you all could have, maybe you could have reconciled with the friends, with the loved ones, with the significant other, whomever you had that fight with, the conflict with. And now, you're sort of in this space where you can sort of look to a brighter future, basically. You took the lead on it. It could have been like, yes, emotions were heavy, it could have been a period of where no one was speaking to the other, which could also go with this sort of rigid card where you're not speaking to anyone. But then you may have kind of gotten to that point where you're like, okay, a lot of things were said, a lot of, and it could have, really been a physical fight, a real physical fight, but, you took the lead to say, say where you went wrong in the situation, where the other person went wrong. They could have, owned up to their part in it. And now, you're here, you're in this better state of mind. Okay. So that's all I'm getting from these cards with that. I'm going to pull a affirmations card for you. Again, if you, feel called to check out your other major placements, then definitely do so. There could be messages in there for you, Aquarius. Okay, and so your affirmation is, I accomplish everything I set my mind to do. I accomplish everything I set my mind to do. So yeah, that that victorious energy that I got, yeah. So anything, with these Aquariuses, no matter what the conflict is, no matter what the situation is, I feel like Aquariuses, you all have the what's that word? The willpower to see yourself to victory, right? You have the willpower to sort of see yourself coming through on the other side. So that's what I got for Aquarius. So that's all, Aquarius. Again, I hope it resonated, and I will see you next time. And last but certainly not least, we are going to Pisces. I'm really proud of my video. It didn't cut out. And I have to start over. But yeah, last but certainly not least, Pisces. Good old Pisces. What we got for Pisces? Pisces, I've been saying throughout this video, depending on what I'm drawn to for each of the decks, I have 4 decks out here to pull cards from. Some I may pull multiple cards from multiple decks, or from the different decks. You know, I could be, maybe pull 1 card, or I may pull additional cards. It just depends, but it's not a favoritism thing. It's not that I'm trying to be funny, you know, with one sign or a different sign. It's just, I'm just pulling what I feel called to pull. Okay. Also, if you know, you feel called to do it, check out your other major placements in your birth chart. Whatever signs are there, check those out. There could be messages in those readings for you. Okay, so Pisces. What am I getting for Pisces? I'm seeing a bed in my mind, so maybe you all want to get some rest. That, like, it wanted to pop out, kind of. I need to get to another one for this one, or from this deck or whatever. Yeah, I'm just getting some of you just you want to rest. You need some rest. I kind of got that message, the same message I believe for Libra. So some of you may have Libra in your chart, or, you know, there could be just simply a message in there for you. I'm also getting health, the word health coming out, so maybe you all need to, you're long overdue for getting checkups that you need. You know, this could be, make sure I didn't drop anything. Yeah, some of you are overdue or long overdue for a checkup of some sort, so go get checked out. I don't get anything like serious health-wise. I just think you all need to just, you know, do your normal, you know, it could be as simple as like getting your physical. It's time for your you know, yearly physical. Okay. All right. Pisces. All right, Pisces, you got 2 of water. This card has been coming out, and I've been shuffling these cards, so I don't know. You got 10 of water too. Interesting. But very fitting since you all are water signs. You got Mawu Lisa. A lot of 2s. You know, this is 2 of water. Vision, Aphrodite. Rebuild. This card also came out in a previous reading, I believe. I can't remember which one, but yeah. It definitely came out. Oh my goodness. And 2 on here on this card. So yeah, 2s are definitely significant for you, Pisces. Refusing to see is what this is. Okay, so let's see here. Also very fitting with the full moon. You got the full moon here. Full moon here. Or, well, this is not necessarily a full moon, but the sun is out too, but they're like sort of together. So it's kind of like look like it's kind of going into an eclipse. So, and it's also very fitting since we're under a lunar eclipse now. Okay. So let me just look at these cards real quick. A lot of duality on these cards because in both the 2 of water, 10 of water, and this Mawu Lisa cosmic power, you got 2 individuals in the card, and then on the bottom it's just in one individual on these cards, on the bottom cards, the bottom row rather. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Oh, no. There's a little, actually there's 4. There's 4 individuals in this card. My bad. But there are 2 individuals on these 2 cards. So, but like a different, 2 is significant, and that's all about duality and partnerships and all that good stuff. Okay, so 2 of water. Let's start with this. A relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. And then you have 10 of water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Okay, so Pisces, I really feel like, yeah, your partnerships, relationships, those are very significant for you. They're at the forefront of, for you under this lunar eclipse energy. You could be So I'm really looking at this vision card, and especially when it comes to this sort of partnership stuff about family, the focus being on family. So a lot of you could your mind could be very much on your family, on your relationships. You could be sort of hyper-focused in a way, just sort of making sure that your family, because I'm getting someone that's, and it could be several of you Pisces who are sort of trying to make sure that your family has what they need, that your family is set, basically, that you all are good, and it could be, whether it's with the current political climate, it could, whether it's, people changing jobs, getting it, leaving jobs, being let go from jobs and having to find different jobs. You are sort of in this space of wanting to make sure that you are good as well as your family is good. And for the most part, I get the sense that you are fine. So, yeah. Now, with this cosmic power, as well as vision, like with the moon, even though this is, something sort of being in balance and harmony, the moon and the sun together, to me, is sort of like balance, but it also can be indicative of something that you need to pay attention to, something that you're not seeing with a refusing to see. you know, you could be so hyper focused on, you know, sort of making sure everything is good that you're not seeing something that, you know, that something that's impacting you or something that you should be paying attention to when it comes to yourself. So, yeah, kind of, you know, with the refusing to see, make sure that there's nothing that's getting past you, that there's nothing that you're, you know, whether it be on purpose or not, make sure that you know, have every single duck in a row. Make sure that you know, there's no stones sort of left unturned. Because I get the sense that some of you may, you know, you may think that everything is okay. And I believe that it is for the most part. I believe, you know, with this, like I said, with this cosmic power, I believe that everything is okay. But, you know, we have also that you know, this rebuild card is down here. So with the rebuild, I always think of, like, you know, picking up the pieces of something, you know, something sort of coming out of the way, or like out of the woodworks. And it's like, it's something that with rebuild, you kind of didn't see this coming, right? And it's like you could have had your attention focused on something else, but you didn't see this thing over here, you know? So yeah, I think with all I'm getting in from this is that, you know, family life, you know, your home, stability, those are things that are sort of important to you, because with 2 and 2, that makes 4. So 4 is all about our structure, our stability, our homes, you know, the things of that nature. And of course, you still got, you know, you got the 2 down here too. And if you put 2, it's like 2, 4, 6, that's 6, and that's like our daily routines and, you know, that type of thing, like the day-to-day. I feel like that's what it is, like the day-to-day, yeah. And also, I'm just making sure. Yeah, and I think I did mention health. The 6th house in astrology, it deals with health and daily routines, services to others. So definitely it's very fitting, especially with us being under the full moon being in Virgo right now, under this lunar eclipse energy. So yeah, it's, you know, you could be thinking about the well-being of your family, the well-being of yourself, or there's a need if you're refusing to see, you know, you're worried about your family, but you also need to pay attention to yourself. You know, your health, your well-being, because you can't, you know, be there for your family. You can't do anything for them if you are unwell or if you're out of commission. So think about that, Pisces. And also, like, this rebuilding thing, don't just get so stuck on or fixated on one aspect of things. You need to see the whole picture. Yeah, you need to see the whole thing. You know, be mindful of everything. And just make sure you're not, you know, forgetting anything. But I'm getting strongly, but making sure that you're not forgetting yourself, though. You know, make sure that you're good, because you can't do anything for anyone else if you're not good. Okay? So that's all I'm getting with these cards, Pisces. Again, I think I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but, you know, if not, just because these cards came out in different readings, some of these, I believe Rebuild and 2 of Water, and I believe 10 of Water. Oh, no, not 10 of Water. 2 of Water. I'm definitely sure that it came out in a different reading, but in multiple readings at that. So definitely check out your, you know, your different placements for additional messages. And let me go ahead and pull your affirmations card real quick, and we will wrap this up. And then sorry for the sniffles. For whatever reason, whenever I get ready to read or I'm reading, my nose wants to just act up and, you know, run and get stuffy and all this other stuff. thankfully I'm kind of stopping after this. Or I don't know, I might keep trying to go and do another reading for the collective. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to take my own advice that I'm giving you, Pisces, and focus on myself and know that, you know, I need to take care of me before I do anything else. Okay. All right. Pisces, your affirmation is, my life is beautiful. Again, that was, my life is beautiful. I just felt compelled to repeat that affirmation for you. But anyway, yeah, life is, you know, life can be beautiful, you know, especially when, you know we have that peace of mind that, you know, our family is good. That definitely, you know, makes a believer out of us that life is beautiful. But at the same time, we can't, you know, we can't refuse to see things for what they are, right? So, you know, even though, you know, you got to take the rose-colored glasses off, you know, if that pertains to you, you know, you got to be able to see things for what they are and not just live in, because I know with Pisces, a lot of times, you know, it can deal with illusions, you know, of course, things that you know we don't want to see, or things that we're wanting to see, as opposed to what is reality. So think about that. Okay, that's all, Pisces. Hopefully it resonated. And I will say this at the end of the video: if you like this reading, please consider sharing it with others. Like, subscribe for more to come, which there will be more to come. And that's all for the lunar eclipse reading from me. Hopefully you're having a good time. You know, things are kind of in a rut for you. Hopefully you get over that. Hopefully this lunar eclipse energy can help you to kind of process your emotions, move past it, and, you know, for a better state of mind. That's what I'm getting. For like the overall collective, the whole feeling that I get is that a lot of us are sort of moving past the sort of the dark night of the soul that a lot of people say. But yeah, I feel like a lot of us are kind of coming out of our shell, coming out of a cocoon, kind of coming out of isolation, some of us, and just sort of moving to a better state of mind. That's what I get. Okay, so thank you so much, especially if you made it all the way through to this reading, to the end of this reading. Thank you so much. And I'll see you again. Bye.